What's going on, guys? Briar Rabbit here. Today we're going to be doing a quick and easy, no cut, no frills, no soldering mod to the Qanba Obsidian 2 to add basically a detachable cable to the Obsidian. Instead of having this kind of janky setup on the side here with the cable storage and unwrapping and wrapping up the cable, we're just going to have it nice and easy. And the secret to the sauce here is one of these guys. This is basically just a short extension cable with a female USB-C on it and a female USB-A on it. That is really the secret here. So we don't have to solder, we don't have to cut anything. We're just going to add this in. So I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. First of all, we got to flip over the controller. And I've already removed most of the screws on this thing just for the time of the video. But you do have to remove all 8 of these screws to get inside of the stick. And you're just going to open it up. And we're going to take off the side cover to make our life a little easier, because we are going to have to unravel the cable. All right, and we're just going to pull the cable to straighten it out, because we're actually going to pull the cable into the fight stick, and that's where it's going to live. This is a completely reversible mod, if you can even call it that. It's so simple. So we're going to just pop this out, and we're going to pull it into the fight stick. And once it's in here, we're going to just be careful of this magnet. We want to kind of get this thing to sit someplace where it's not going to interfere with the joystick or any of the buttons or any of the wiring. And then I'm going to wrap it around these 2 posts. These posts are just act as support for the top panel so that it doesn't flex, and they'll work perfect to wrap this cable around. Just be careful of this guy here. This is where the screw goes in for the bottom panel. You don't want to block that, and you don't want to pinch this cable. Just want to kind of find a safe place for this cable to hang out. And our last loop is going to go kind of around there. And that is where this guy comes in. So what we're going to do with this guy is just thread it in the same hole the original cable came in. And we're going to leave enough length so that it will fit through the cable hole on the side here. And what I'm going to do is plug this in. You might want to put a piece of tape around here just to make sure it stays put, so you don't have to open up the stick if it comes loose. And I want enough room here that I can kind of get the cable in and out. Let's see here. That seems like a pretty good spot for it. So I want it to kind of stick out the side here, but I don't want so much room. I think I want a little more room than that. So maybe what I'll do is kind of do something like that. All right. Let's kind of jam it in there. All right, and now we can put the top on, or the bottom on. And just be careful of this cable when you're putting it all back together. You don't want to pinch anything. I'm just going to double check. All right, that should be secure. I'm going to put a couple of screws in here so we can test it out. This certainly isn't a fancy mod. Adding an actual port to the controller would probably be a little nicer. However, probably going to have to get into cutting the plastic. And if you ever plan to resell your controller, something like that, then it's nice to have an unmodded controller. So now you can see the cable just kind of pops out the side there. And for use, we're just going to let it kind of hang through the original port where your original cable would come out. We'll put this guy right on here. And now you have empty storage for your removable cable that you can now store in here. And you've got removable cable that you can just pop right on here. And you're good to go.